many of you would like to become a leader? How many of you would want to accelerate your career growth? I'm sure most of you would say yes. One of the basic criteria to become successful in your career is continuous learning or everyday learning. If you're still not embarked on your learning journey, this video is going to be life-changing for you. Watch till the end and I'll promise it's worth your time. Hello everyone, this is Supriya. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Today I'm going to address two aspects of learning. The first important aspect, why to learn, and the second important aspect, how to learn. Now let's get started with why to learn. Very simple answer. Learning pushes us ahead. As Maslow says, at any given point of time we have two options. One, step forward into the growth. Second, step backward into the comfort zone. He says stepping backward into comfort zone, not stay where you are or step forward into comfort zone. So if you're thinking, if you don't learn, you're staying wherever you are, no, you're actually relatively going backward. As one of my mentor Ron Malhotra says, in nature, if you observe the nature, something that is not growing gets either killed, either gets eaten or disintegrates. So the law of universe is applicable to human beings as well. So if you're not learning, if you're not growing, that means one or the other day the competition will take over and we become redundant. We need to make learning and growth as intentional because learning and growth are directly proportional to each other. Now let's move on to the second question. How to learn? Very simple answer, very simple suggestion or advice we get is schedule your learning. So you schedule a time slot in your calendar and during that time you don't do anything, just learn. And that's a very good advice because unless you schedule, you really don't pick up time to learn. So I had personally tried that method. So I had a slot of 4 to 5 scheduled in my calendar to study something with respect to my field. It worked well for 2 to 3 weeks, but after a month it becomes very monotonous and you actually end up scheduling meeting during that time because there is no motivation or push for you to study more. So that's when I realized the meaning of the particular sentence, right? Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. Even though you want to study, because your environment doesn't support that, you just give up very soon. So it's very important for us to create the environment to learn. So I was listening to a podcast where I learned the concept of hyperlearning and it interested me a lot and I implemented that in my life and it has helped me. So here are the steps of hyperlearning. The first step of hyperlearning, identify a learning partner. So you need to identify a learning partner who shares the same frequency as yours, maybe your spouse, it could be a colleague, it could be a brother, sister, whomsoever it is. Identify your learning partner who shares the same interest and has the same frequency as you. The second one is identify a topic every week. So you pick up a topic every week saying that I'm going to study on this topic. Third is go back, do a research. So when you do a research, there are different ways you can do a research. You can look at what your ancient wisdom says, what the modern research says, or you can look at the work of particular experts in that field. So let's take an example that you have taken a topic of sleep deprivation or importance of sleep to enhance the performance. Who could be a better person than Arianna Huffington, right? Arianna Huffington has gone through the journey of sleep deprivation, burnout and its impact on the life. Now she heads a company called Thrive Global, which is on a mission to end the burnout epidemic and enhance the performance of the people around the world. So you look at the content that she has created, go through it, and if you are in a position where you can access to such where you have access to such experts, it's advisable that you go and speak to them, you interview them, so you get a different perspective of their thoughts as well. So that's the third important step. So I will repeat the first step. First is find a learning partner, very important. Second is you need to identify a topic. Third, both of you go back, research on the topic through various sources. If possible, speak to an expert. Now, the fourth important step is coming back after a week and explaining to each other what you learned, what are your perspectives on that. So you need to debate and discuss. So there is a saying, if you're not able to explain the concept to a 6-year-old kid, that means you have to rework on your concepts. So you need to understand any concept well for you to be able to explain it to the other person. Here are the benefits of hyperlearning. The first one, you're accountable to someone. So now you know after a week you have to go back and explain the topic to someone else. So you will have to push yourself. You can't just go and sit and to listen to the other person, right? So you will push yourself to research on that topic. The second important thing, now you're reading something or researching something with the intention of explaining it to someone or teaching to someone. So your understanding of that topic would be much better. As they say, teaching is the best way of mastering. Whether you want, whether you don't want, when you study with the intention of teaching someone, you will unconsciously end up mastering that subject. And the third important benefit is you will condense your thought process. Just because you have studied for 1 week, you really don't have to sit for 7 to 8 hours and discuss, right? You need to condense your thoughts and explain to your partner. So you will end up improving your articulation skill as well as your communication skill. Fourth important benefit of hyperlearning is learning becomes more joyful. So I am sure in the college days we remember the group studies more than we studying in a corner or in a room and preparing for the exams, right? And whatever we studied in the group study, we even still remember. So that's the power of having a learning partner. So your learning becomes more joyful and you end up becoming an addict to learning. So that's an addiction that we all want. The fifth important thing, you are a leader in making. How? A leader is the one who is a reader. So now you're reading a lot, you learn a lot, and you are a leader in making. Guys, world is very, very competitive. So get onto the learning journey right now. Whether it's super learning, hyper learning, whatever it is, so get onto the learning journey. And don't forget to have a learning partner, because if you want to go fast, you can go alone. But if you want to go far, you need to go together. Thanks for watching my video. Please do like, share, and leave your comments below if this video was useful for you. Thank you so much.